Live, if you could, let me know if you can see the screen and if you can hear me loud and clear, and then we will get rolling. Thank you all for joining me here on this Friday night. A little bit of technical difficulties last night, so we pushed it back. So thank you guys for being here on a Friday, sharing it with me so we can go over some Academy stuff. And tonight, when I tried to sign on at first, I got a little worried because Demio was giving me some problems. So I was hoping that this wasn't going to be the week of technical issues, but we are live, we are rolling. So we will get into the content here in just a second. One thing I wanted to say right off at the beginning is that tonight's format is going to be a little bit different. I actually want to dive into a whiteboard session here at some point during the training and kind of show you guys some stuff. So more than just the slides today, I'm going to go through some content on the slides, and then we're going to get on the whiteboard and I'm going to draw some stuff up for you guys, and then we'll probably go back to the slides and wrap things up. So welcome back to this program, guys. This is the Academy Builders class, week number 3, and this week is the magnetic funnel formula. And let me tell you guys, I'm pretty fired up for this week. This is one of my favorite topics to teach. This is, this stuff right here. This is the fun stuff, and something that I feel that. That I'm really awesome at, and something that I've really mastered. So this is something I really love to teach and share with you guys. So you guys are in for a treat today. Got some good stuff coming up here. So we're going to just dive straight into the content today. So first of all, let's talk about hub content. So I'm not going to give you the big overview and the review today because I have a lot to show you guys today, and I just want to dive right in. So let's talk about hub content. So one of the biggest mistakes I see when people are out there, when they're focusing on traffic and trying to sell a program like an Academy program, is they focus on the amount of content that they create, the quantity of content that they put out. Or they focus on the quantity of places that they're sharing their content. So instead of being very focused, being really focused on trying to create some really good pieces of content that get people into their academy and their programs, they're out there just putting content all over the web. And then when they create that one piece of content, they're trying to share it 10 different places. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, they're in all these different places trying to put their message out there, and none of it's connected, none of it's really focused, and they're just kind of throwing mud at the wall trying to see what sticks, right? So you got to think about it like this. If you write 100 articles, but none of them are really good, like none of them are just really awesome content that you're proud of, that's going to drive people into your academy program, well, then what's the point of spending the time doing that? Or if you go out there and you outsource a bunch of content and you do this for $5 an article, you got to think about, well, how much value is that really putting out there? And really, at the end of the day, how much value is that bringing back in return? So when it comes to content creation, guys, you really want to focus on having a strategic approach. And you do that by creating strategic hub content that is going to lead people into your lead magnet or your academy magnet, and ultimately into your academy program. So instead of going out there and writing 100 mediocre articles and trying to put them everywhere on the web, writing 10 really good, in-depth, amazing articles or blog posts that people absolutely love. And guys, these aren't just any article that people are going to go to someone else's website and find. These are super in-depth, awesome pieces of content that are going to help turn people into members of your academy program. So once you've done the hard work to set up these 10 strategic articles up, a lot of the hard work is done. Now what you can do is you can focus your time on getting traffic back to these articles, right? So instead of thinking about creating content to drive traffic into your academy, you're thinking about, well, how can I just get people to these 10 awesome articles? Because These articles are set up in a way that position you as the expert on the topic of your academy, and they're set up strategically to get people on your list, and most importantly, sell your academy. Now, once you start your traffic campaigns, that's when you're going to get into what I call micro content. And this is going to be the content that you use to get people over to your articles. And guys, I'm going to throw a lot at you right here in the beginning, but when I bring it all together on the whiteboard, it's going to make a lot more sense. So the way you want to think of your micro content is little tips and videos or snippets that you're going to post online that are driving people back to these hub pieces of content that you create. And guys, let me tell you this. A lot of people are still getting this wrong. A lot of people haven't changed their ways. They're still focused on sending people from social media or wherever else that they're trying to get traffic directly to a squeeze page. And guys, I won't sugarcoat this for you. You know, this stuff still works, right? Sending people directly to a squeeze page still works sometimes, but things online are always evolving and things are dramatically changing right now. And what we're finding is that people are doing more and more research, and they want a lot more value up front before joining your email list or making a purchase from you. So it makes a lot more sense, instead of, sending all these people directly to a squeeze page and going promotion, 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 building that value up front and getting these people that want to become members of your academy. So the micro content that you're going to be out there creating should actually send people back to the hub content on your website instead of a squeeze page. And then your micro content, you want to think about this as little teasers that get people back to the hub content, which in turn gets people to your squeeze page, which then gets people into your academy funnel. And when I draw this all out, you guys will really see how this all plays into the big picture. Now, another important part of this whole content strategy that you have on your website is you're going to have what I call funnel magnets. And I'm going to show you a lot of examples of these, but funnel magnets are like lead magnets, except we take away the barrier to entry. So just to back up and explain, what I'm talking about here. So typically your lead magnet is the free offer or giveaway offer that you're giving away on your squeeze page to get people to give you their contact information and get on your email list, right? So funnel magnets are similar in the fact that there's some kind of piece of content that you're giving away for free, okay? Except with a funnel magnet, we're taking away the barrier to entry, right? So for example, there's going to be a lot of people that hit your website, and they're going to start going through that hub content, that awesome content that you spent a lot of time created because you've invested the time to make it awesome content. Now, there's going to be plenty of people that hit those pieces of content that aren't going to be ready to give you their name and email address. And that, guys, that's just the fact of the business. The math tells us that most people that come to our website aren't going to join our email list and probably aren't going to buy something from us. So for one reason or another, not everybody is going to join your email list, and not everybody is going to join your academy. And most marketers out there, they're okay with that. Okay. They're 100% okay with that. They're okay letting tons of leads go away because they didn't invest a little bit more time in providing value and building that relationship that can convert a lot more of those people into a buyer of your academy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're going to get everybody. Okay, but you can be smarter than the average marketer. You're not going to do that. You're not going to let all those leads get away. You're going to be willing to invest a little bit more into turning those leads into subscribers and turning those leads into members of your academy program. And that's where these funnel magnets really come into play. Like I said, these are very similar to a lead magnet, except they don't require people to opt in and download them. So what you're doing is you're removing the barrier to entry. And the name of the game here is value. I said things are shifting online. People are doing more research. People want more value up front. This is how you do that. So let me give you an example to give this some context. All right. So the example here is your academy teaches people how to build a business blogging. The piece of hub content that you've created is how to create amazing authority blog posts. So it ties right into what your academy is about. Well, then you have a funnel magnet that you're promoting within that hub content that is a PDF of 10 blog post headline formulas. So here's how this would work. People come to that article on your website and they start reading it. One of the sections in that awesome piece of hub content is about the power of good headlines when writing authority content. So within that section, you would have a link to the funnel magnet that gives people the 10 headline templates, right? So when people click on that link, it's going to take them directly to the PDF document with those templates. And a lot of people, their jaws are going to drop when they do this because they're so used to everybody requiring them to sign up for everything that they almost can't believe it when you deliver something for free. Right? They didn't, you didn't have 10 pop-ups on your website begging them for their contact information. No, they came to your website where there was an awesome article, and then they clicked on this thing and it opened up and they were like, oh my God, I didn't even have to give away my email address to get this thing, right? So think about your perception or their perception of you at this point. Chances are in their book right now, you're pretty awesome, right? You're delivering a ton of value right from the get-go. Now, all this to say, too, guys, that, we're not just doing this, just to give away a ton of value. Yes, we want to give away value. Yes, we want to build up that relationship, but these things are called funnel magnets for a reason. All right. Although we want to provide value, at the end of the day, you guys joined this program because you wanted to start an academy business, right? So at the end of the day, this is a business, right? And a business has to make money. For you to be able to continue to provide value and give these people awesome stuff, you got to get a little something in return, right? You're trying to build a business. So in order to do what you do and help people, you have to make money. And that's why your funnel magnets are strategically created to lead people into your academy program. So yes, they're getting them for free, but you're going to do this in a strategic way that gets people into your academy program. So using our same example, in the header and footer of that PDF would be a link to the academy sales page. Now, I would also include a tagline or the main headline for your academy in there as well. And any point throughout the content that you create in these funnel magnets where you can make a relevant link to the academy sales page, you want to do it, okay? And then at the bottom, you include a nice little banner graphic or a link to the academy sales page with some text that says something like, hey, if you love these headline templates, you're going to love the Business Blogging Academy, right? So you're giving them all this good content up front. It's a teaser content that leads them right into your academy, right? And you're still giving them value. They're still getting 10 really cool headline templates. But at the end, you're saying, hey, if you want more awesome stuff just like this, well, guess what? It's inside my academy, right? And then you give them 5 to 10 bullet points that really stack the value of your academy and gets people over to it. Now, you don't only have to focus on pushing your academy in this, right? Later in this training, I'm going to talk about a day-by-day breakdown of the 30-day email campaign you can use to promote your academy. So another way you can use these funnel magnets is to build your email list and get people into your email funnel, right? So at this point, think about this, guys. These people have came to your website and landed on this awesome article. And then they clicked on this link and they got this PDF that's awesome. At this point, do you think they would be ready to join your email list? There's a good chance that they probably are, right? So now you can link to your funnel magnet or your academy magnet that's going to get people onto your email campaign. All right, so let's talk about what that is before I start showing you some live examples of these. So your Academy magnet, guys, this is a short PDF or video that's used to convert your traffic into leads, right? This is your standard lead magnet, but in this case, it's about your Academy program. So it's a little bit different. So your Academy Magnet is a high-level overview of the core content or process that indoctrinates your leads into your process, right? So in our earlier training, you guys learned about, your Academy program should have this core content. It should have this core content that is the main focus of your Academy, and then everything you do builds onto that core content. Well, this Academy Magnet that you're going to create is that same process. So if your process was a 7-step process, well, your Academy Magnet can be those same steps. Okay. And the reason being is you're trying to get them indoctrinated and buying into your process. And once they buy into the process, they're going to want more. And that's where your Academy comes in. So this thing is made to convert right from the get-go. This isn't your average lead magnet. You don't want to offer your audience just any old cheat sheet or PDF. You want to offer them something that educates them, that indoctrinates them into your system and process. So as an example, if your Academy program core content is the 30-minute Fit Mom blueprint, then your lead magnet will be the overview of that process. So what are the steps in that 30-minute Fit Mom blueprint? Okay. So since you've already mapped out your core process when you created the outline for your core content, and hopefully by now you've already started creating the training for that, well, then creating your Academy Magnet or your lead magnet is now really simple, because essentially you're taking your core program's main steps and you're writing a short overview about each one. And then you're going to add an intro and an implementation section to it. And the implementation section is so key, guys. And I know I've talked about it a lot in this program already. And it's for the simple reason is that if you get people to take action, they start buying into the process. And once they start taking action, they start seeing you as a leader and someone they want to learn more from, right? And they start looking for the answers when they get stuck. Okay, so your Academy Magnet, it's going to give them good stuff, right? It's going to give them the process that they need to go from point A to point B. But guess what? There's a whole lot of details that go inside of that 5 to 7 step process that aren't in that guide. And that's why it leads them to the next step, which is your Academy program. All right, so to make this super simple, all you have to do is you take your 5 to 7 steps you teach in your core content and put them in a simple document. I like using Google Docs. I do everything online because I can access it anywhere I go. Even if I'm on my phone, I can pull up Google Drive, open up all my documents, and work on them right from there. Next, all you got to do is write a 1-page overview of each step in your core content process. Now, once you've done that, you write an introduction and implementation section. So the overall format of your Academy Magnet will look like this. At the beginning of your introduction, you're going to tap into the pain. You're going to inspire them to dig into the content and get action. In the last training, we talked a lot about how do you get people to get action or to take action on your content. Well, you actually get them to go through your content. Well, the best way to do that is to hook them in. So again, you want to inspire them to go through your content. Then you're going to educate them. And then you're going to focus on giving them the implementation steps. And then you're going to give them that call to action that gets them into your Academy program. So here's how it looks. You got your introduction. You have your step 1, your step 2, your step 3, your step 4, your step 5, however many steps are in your process. Then you have the implementation and the call to action. All right. So what does that introduction look like? So in the introduction, you want to accomplish a few things. First of all, you want to again tap into the pain they're experiencing, right? You want to pull out those things that are just driving them crazy when they're on that path from A to B. So for example, using our same example with the Fit Mom, are you frustrated that your lack of energy keeps you from playing with your kids? Right? Do you think that's going to pull on their heartstrings a little bit? Right? Are you tired of all the weight loss hacks that quickly lead you back to square one? right? So you're really digging into that pain. Well, you don't want to stop there. Now you want to inspire them by telling them, hey, look, there's a much better way. And I got the process right here for you. And guess what? I'm about to give you that process. And that starts building up that excitement. They're like, heck yeah, give me that process, right? So then that's when you go into the inspiration. Well, I'm glad you found this guide, because today I'm going to share with you my simple 5-step process for getting back into the best shape of your life and being loaded with energy. Right? So now you're telling them, hey, this is good stuff. You can do this. Here's the steps how to do it. Now, like I said before, it's extremely important that once you've done that and you've delivered the content, well, now you want to focus on that implementation. So without your implementation, your guide just becomes another lead magnet that takes up space on their hard drive. So you overcome this with an implementation section that's going to summarize what you taught them in the guide and then gives them an action plan. Okay. And I want to stress this. Don't be afraid to hit them between the eyes of what happens if they don't implement it. All right. You got to be a little tough. You got to give them a little tough love sometimes. So you might say something like, however, if you don't implement these steps I shared in this short guide, you will never fit back into those jeans, or you might not get back that energy you desire, or you might struggle to get back to your pre-baby weight. So you're picking that pain a little bit more, and you're telling them, hey, look, if you don't implement this process, what's going to change? If you don't start making changes now, how are you going to get to point B? You're going to be stuck at point A. So you want to encourage action, and you want to, sometimes to get that people to take that action, you might have to give them a little push, okay? And that little push is going to get them to take action, which ultimately, a lot of them are going to take action on that, and a lot of them are going to need help. And that's where your academy program comes in, okay? So then you simply give them the next step. Hey, look, if you want a step-by-step solution that takes you through each one of these steps, then there's no better place to be right now than inside my Fit Moms Academy. Here's a small taste of what you get. All right. And then you start breaking down some of the bullet points of what you cover in your academy. Okay. So at this point, guys, they've went through an awesome article of yours on your website. They probably clicked on one of your funnel magnets. All right. And from that funnel magnet, they clicked on your academy magnet to download that, because they said, oh, wow, he's got a whole entire 7-step process. Sweet. Give me that. Give me some of that. Right. And then they get into this academy magnet and they start going through, and you're picking in the pain. They're like, yeah, I do kind of feel like that. I am struggling with this. And then you're like, hey, look, there's a better way. Here's the steps to go from where you are now to where you want to be. And they're like, heck yeah, right on. Let's do this. Right. And then you go through and you educate them on that process. They're like, man, I can see this. This is how it's done. This is what I got to do. Okay. And then you're like, hey, here's the action steps that you got to take to get this result. And they're like, yeah, and it just keeps building up. And then at the end, you're like, hey, if you want the step-by-steps, if you want me to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be, here's a step-by-step program on how to do it. Right. And a lot of people are going to take you up on that. Some people aren't. They might wait till later. And that's where your email campaign is going to come into place. Okay. So, let's kind of talk about this entire thing. So basically all the pieces we've already talked about today is part of the magnetic funnel system. Everything you do is part of this entire system that works together. And really, it's all about getting people back in front of your academy offer. Okay. So the more you get them in front, the more you get in front of them, the more likely they are to buy. So the beautiful part about this magnetic funnel system is it uses value selling. So everything we've talked about today, we've talked about delivering tons of value, but at the same time, every step of the way, it's been selling your academy program. From the articles that you write to the funnel magnets you create to the academy magnet, they're all delivering value, and they're all selling your academy program. Everything you send to them has value and sells your academy. So what types of content can you send to them? Okay. And you're going to see this when I go through the email campaign today. You're going to see tons and tons of this. Okay. So blog posts, that's one. All right. I send a lot of blog posts to the people on my email list because guess what? In those blog posts, I deliver value and I sell. Videos, think of your how-to videos. Think of your walkthrough videos. Think of your quick tip videos. Funnel magnets, just like we just talked about, your cheat sheets, your templates, your tools, your checklists, and webinars are on that list too. So let's go through some examples of some of this content that can deliver value and get people back into your funnel at the same time. So when I released this particular program, I put out a blog post, The Math of an Academy Product Funnel. And let me just say this, when I promoted this product, I think I promoted it for somewhere around 5 to 7 days straight. And that was 5 to 7 days of delivering value and selling at the same time, right? And that's what makes it where you're not just some spammy marketer that's just, just constantly hitting people, buy, 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 buy. No, I was able to promote this for 7 days straight because every time I sent something, it was delivering value but selling it at the same time. And that's what you're going to do for your academy program, right? So when I sold this, I put a blog post, The Math of an Academy Funnel, and I sent that to my email list, and it sent them over to my blog, okay? And at the bottom, there was a link to go over to buy the academy, so deliver value and sell. Here's another one, Academy Business Model Overview. So this is an example of sending people to a video, and essentially what I did, just like your Academy Magnet will do, is I gave you guys an overview of the process, right? Here's a video on the overview of an Academy business. And guess what? At the bottom of that, I sold the Academy. Here's an example for another program I have. So I sent an email out sending people over to my website to download a cheat sheet. They download this cheat sheet, and there's links in that cheat sheet or on that blog post to buy the Email Profits Academy course. Here's another one. This one was for my Evergreen Funnel Blueprint training. Okay. Again, I sent, it was, I can't remember specifically what this one was, but I think I essentially laid out the process of building an evergreen funnel. And guess what? After they seen the video, in the video, I went through some really awesome, valuable stuff. And then I said, hey, if you want to learn more about this, I'm actually putting together a full program called the Evergreen Funnel Blueprint that's going to go through all this in depth, right? And then I told them to click on the link below this video to go buy it. Here's another program that I sold. In this case, I did a video that showed them how to take this particular PLR content that I was selling and turn it into a high ticket program, right? So again, I was delivering value. Hey, here's some really valuable content, and here's how to use it. Here's how to use this content that I'm selling. So I'm selling the content and I'm delivering value. All right, here's another one for that same one. I gave them a bunch of bonus graphics that they could use. Okay, so this is an example of giving them some kind of tool or templates that they can use to get value and then sell again. So in this case, I did this one a little bit different. Instead of giving it away up front and selling it, I said, hey, I created this really awesome set of graphics, and you actually get it as a bonus when you buy this program. Okay, so getting the offer in front of people again and again. And then this is the last example I wanted to show you here. This is for a package I have called Flagship Courses. Well, guess what? I created a video walkthrough of me just showing them all the stuff inside, right? And so that's a unique approach, guys. That isn't just me saying, hey, go buy this. Hey, go buy this, right? I'm still promoting it. I'm still, essentially at the end of the day, I'm saying still go buy this. But instead of just sending another spammy email to them and sending them over to the sales page, I sent them over this video that shows them everything that's inside of it, right? So again, value and sell, value and sell. Every single time you want to sell, think of how you can deliver value at the same time. All right, here's another one here. I gave away a free cheat sheet for flagship courses, and for the people that they would come over here, they could get this free cheat sheet. This is something they would have, and they could have giveaway rights to it, so they could use it as a lead magnet. And guess what? If they like that awesome cheat sheet, well, they're really going to like that flagship courses package. So again, value and sell, give and take. All right. So how do you put all this together? So this is how you take everything that we've talked about today so far and put it together and get it into an automated email campaign that's going to sell your academy program. So what I wanted to do, guys, is I wanted to walk you through an example of a complete 30-day email campaign that you could use to sell your academy. All right, and I'm going to use the example here that I have a business blogging academy. Okay, so just to give each one of these context. All right, so day one, welcome and deliver the academy magnet. All right, so someone comes in, they read one of your articles and they want to download your academy magnet. Right there, they sign up on your squeeze page, and day one you're delivering that academy magnet. So in this case, it was the 7-step authority blogging system, and it was essentially delivering that to them. Day two's email, the pain and tease solution, right? So in this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on just sending them a content email that, again, is going to talk about some of those struggles that they're going through. Hey, I know you're struggling to build a business. Hey, I know, you're struggling to get traffic. I know you've been trying this online thing and you haven't had much results because you don't have a good strategy. And then I go into the solution, and I'm going to tease it a little bit. Well, authority blogging is the answer to that problem, and tomorrow I'm going to show you why that is. So then in day three, I give them an overview video or a blog post, right? So, I've already given them the 7-step system in my academy magnet. Well, now I come back here in day three, I'm going to give them an overview video of all those things. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth when I explain it to them. And here's the truth, guys. A lot of people are going to get on your list and they're not going to go through your academy magnet right away, right? So even if they have joined your list, it doesn't mean that they know your 7-step system yet. And if they do, now they're going to know it better because you're giving them an overview video or blog post on it. All right. And then in day four, you're going to do a promotion. You're going to say, hey, get access to the academy now. So in my example, get access to the Business Blogging Academy. And this would just be a sales email that goes out and gets people over to the sales page. Then in day five, I'm going to give them another promotional email, a look inside the academy. So in my example, a look inside the Business Blogging Academy. Now, I could do this a couple of different ways. I could send them a module breakdown of my email. I could send them some of the benefits and bullet points from my sales page. I could send them over to a video on my blog that talks about the academy and kind of shows them around. All right. Day six, I'm going to send them a cheat sheet. So a little bit of value, a little bit of selling at the same time. I'm going to give them a cheat sheet about how to write blog posts that convert. And I'm going to send them over to my blog to go get that. And that right there is going to serve two purposes. For one, the people that are on my email campaign, they're going to get sent over to my blog where they can download the cheat sheet. And on that cheat sheet, it's going to promote the academy. But at the same time, there's going to be people that are coming to my blog that aren't on my email list that see that funnel magnet, that cheat sheet, how to write blog posts that convert, that are going to get some value out of it too. So that it works dual purposes. Day seven, I send them just a simple content email, right? So in this example, the number one way to turn blog readers into customers. And then I say, hey, by the way, yesterday, did you grab the cheat sheet I sent out? right? So you're reinforcing content that you've already sent out and getting them to consume it. Again, the more action you can get them to take, the better off you are. And then in day 8, I'm sending them another content email. And this one's just an email that says, hey, this is why blogging is one of the best business models. Day 9, I'm going to hit them with a, hey, brand new training announcement. Tomorrow, I have a brand new training being released. Inside, I'm going to show you, and then you give 3 to 5 bullet points. Now, this could be anything about your academy that you want to share. Now, you could do this in the form of a webinar. You could do it in, just a video, however you want to do it, and set this up. Now, this is going to be an automated campaign. So if you're doing it as a webinar, it's probably an automated webinar. So in my example, I said, inside, I'm going to show you my complete blogging SEO system. Specifically, you will learn, and I'm going to list out the bullet points that they're going to learn. And then in day 10, I'm going to say, hey, the training I told you about yesterday, well, now you can go watch it. So I send them an email that says, the blogging SEO training is live now. Here's where to go. Here's where to get it. And guess what, guys? Just like everything that I'm doing, I'm sending them to this awesome training, this awesome video. And then at the end of it, I'm going to say, hey, if you like this, you're going to love the Business Blogging Academy program. Here's how to get it. Boom, go to the sales page. There you go. And then day 11, I'm going to hit them with a checklist, right? So I'm going to say something like, hey, did you watch yesterday's training on blog SEO? If not, here's the link to go watch that. Oh, and by the way, I just created that brand new checklist that you can download as well. That's going to be the SEO blogging checklist. Here's where to go get it. And again, that's another one of those dual purpose. It can be a funnel magnet on your blog that gets people into your funnel. And at the same time, there's going to be people in your email campaign that you're sending to, that you're sending them this valuable content and promoting your academy at the same time. And day 12, this could just be a straight sales page promo, right? So you say something like, here's an in-depth look into blogging SEO inside the academy program, right? So you talk about how in your academy, you're going to go in depth on blogging SEO, and you just focus on that one specific feature of your academy, and you send people over to the sales page. Day 13, give them assignments, right? In your email campaigns, give them assignments. Again, reinforcing that you give them action, you get them taking steps, the more likely they are to buy from you. All right, so day 13, I'm going to give them an assignment to say, hey, here's a monthly content mapping assignment. Here's how to map your blog content for the next month. Day 14, I'm going to follow that up with, hey, here's an example content map. Maybe you're struggling, using that and trying to figure out how to map out your content for the next month. Well, here's a live example of how to do that. And then in day 15, I'm going to hit them with a template. Hey, well, here's a complete content mapping template where you essentially fill in the blanks. And guys, I'm not going to say this over and over, but every one of these that you create, you're always going to send them to your website. And in this example, I'm going to send them to that template where they can download that template. And inside that template, it's going to promote the academy. Inside that example content map, that might be a video or a blog post that they're going to be able to see that, and then it's going to promote the academy. So I'm not going to keep repeating that, but every time you do one of these, you're going to give them value and you're going to sell at the same time. So day 16, I'm giving them a quick tip, all right? And this might be, a simple blog post. Maybe I send them over to a post on Facebook. Maybe I create a quick video. And it's just a quick tip, how to get more blog readers with Facebook groups. Simple 2-minute video or just a small piece of content that you create. Day 17, another quick tip, okay? And this one might be how to optimize your blog for subscribers with this awesome tip. All right, so give them a little teaser and then send them over to your website to get that tip. Day 18, this might just be a blog post. So this could be an in-depth look at creating blog images that get clicks. At day 19, I'm going to say, hey, here's a free download, 5 blog post image templates. Hey, yesterday I told you about, how to create blog post images that get clicks. Well, here's 5 templates. They're going to help you do just that. Day 20, I'm going to send them over to the Academy sales page. Hey, did you see that blog post image templates? Did you see all the blog post image templates in the Academy? If you like those 5 that I sent you yesterday, well, you're going to love the 100 or so that you get inside the Academy. Day 21, you send another content email. Okay, is blogging the right strategy for you? And you're just kind of, open up that doors of communication with them. And even at the end, you can say, hey, are you sure if content or if blogging is the right strategy for you? If not, shoot me an email. I'd be happy to discuss that with you. And guess what? You get that engagement conversation going back and forth. And then you say, hey, either, hey, I think I can help you with my program, or hey, I don't think this is for you, right? But there's going to be people where you're opening that door of communication, which is going to lead to more members. At day 22, quick video, why blogging is a must for anyone starting an online business, right? So a simple content video. Day 23, send out an Ask Me Anything. Simply send out an email that says, hey, what are your biggest struggles right now with blogging? What's holding you up from building a blogging business? Day 24, you follow that up with a frequently asked questions. Now, in the beginning, when you first set up your campaign, you might not be 100% sure what you should put in this email. But over time, as people go through your campaign and they start responding to your day 23 email, you're going to have a bunch of questions that you can tackle in your FAQ email, right? So this would be the answer to the most commonly asked questions about blogging in my example. Day 25, maybe you set it up and since this is in your automated campaign, you might have a recording of a live Q&A you did where people have went and asked you questions about your specific topic. So in this particular one, get your blogging questions answered, and I put live there, but really this would be a recording of a live training that you had done if it's in your automated funnel. At day 26, you do an Academy walkthrough video. So this is essentially just you doing a screencast, walking them through all the awesome stuff that you have in your Academy. So for example, an in-depth look at the Business Blogging Academy. Day 27, this could be an everything you get email. So this is everything you get when you join the Business Blogging Academy. Oh, and hey, by the way, did you see the walkthrough video I did yesterday that shows you everything you get when you join? At day 28, another content email, why most bloggers don't succeed and why I think you can. Day 29, you give them another template. This is the blog headline templates. All right. And day 30, you send them to the sales page. Well, here's over 100 different headlines you get when you join the Academy program, the business blogging program. Okay. So that could be your entire automated sequence. Now, yours doesn't have to look exactly like that. Yours doesn't have to follow that same format, but this shows you how you put all those pieces together and you constantly send people value in your campaign while selling your academy at the same time. Now, your email campaign, it doesn't have to stop there, right? Days 31 and beyond, you could send out broadcast emails and then automate those emails of new things that you release. So as you continue to build your academy program and keep adding training into it, well, guess what? Just like you created all those emails about all the awesome things that are in your academy right now, well, as you add to your academy, you can add more and more emails that talk about the new awesome things that you have in your academy program. All right. So your email campaign pushes them through a revolving cycle of content that continues to provide value and promote your academy again and again. Now, not only does this make people want to buy from you, but this makes people love you because of the type of value that you're putting out throughout the way. And guys, this is extremely powerful. This is how you build raving fans, and now you can take this to a whole new level with retargeting. And I won't get into this real deep, but imagine you have retargeting. If you don't know what retargeting is, essentially it's a code that you get from your advertising platforms such as Facebook, where you can put a pixel on your website. So everybody that views a certain page or certain content on your website, you can now advertise to those people. All right. So imagine you have a pixel placed on your blog, and as people hit your blog page, as they're coming just from traffic, your cold traffic from wherever it's coming from, and then also the people coming from your email campaign are all getting pixeled. All right. Now, guess what? Now you can have ads on Facebook that are sending them over to that value content. So it's just a revolving cycle of getting people back into that value content, which also sells your academy, right? So imagine they come over, they read an awesome article, they get on your email list, and they've went through a couple emails, and now they've been over to your blog, they've seen some videos and some things that you've done. Now they go over to Facebook, and now your content's showing there as well. Hey, check out this checklist. Hey, check out this cheat sheet. Hey, check out this video, right? So you're just kind of following them all around, building this entire cycle, getting your offer in front of them again and again. All right. So I want to show you how all this comes together. I want to do this on the whiteboard and kind of dive in and show you how this all works together so you can go out there and get your first 30 members in the next 6 weeks. Now, before I do that, I want you guys in the chat to let me know how you guys are feeling. How you guys doing out there tonight? And I'm going to get the whiteboard, try to pull that up here. So the whole strategy that I'm going to show you guys here on the whiteboard, the idea is that you can have your groups, like Facebook groups or forums, where your audience already is, right? You're gonna have these places where your audience already is. Instead of going out there and waiting for people to come to you, in the beginning, you got to do the groundwork. You got to go out there where your audience already is, and where they are right now is going to be in groups and forums. Okay. And then you're going to focus on, from those places, getting them to your hub content. And from the hub content, you're going to focus to getting them to your funnel and academy magnets, because that's going to get them in that content cycle that's going to get them joining your academy program. So let me stop sharing the slides here for just a second and try to switch over to the whiteboard screen. So give me just a second here. And let's do this. All right, guys, if you could, real quick, let me know if you can see my screen. All right, so here we go. All right, so let's figure out how we want to draw this here. All right, so let's start with your blog. So let's draw that up first. So we got our blog here. All right, over here we got our sidebar. Right here at the top of our sidebar, we got a nice banner that leads over to our Academy sales page. Just below that banner, we have another banner that leads to our Academy magnet. All right. Then over here, we got our blog post. We got a featured image here. We got a blog post headline. We got a little bit of snippet of content here, and then a button to read more on that article. And then over here, we got another hub article of awesome stuff. All right. Now, on the back end, we have a lot going on, right? We have, if they click on this Academy magnet, they're going to go to our squeeze page, right? It's going to say, hey, get this awesome guide on the 7-step process. We got a headline here. All right, we got some bullet points, and then we got a button for them to click on and download the Academy magnet. Now from here, they get on our autoresponder campaign. And from here, we have a series of emails going out. That are sending them a couple different places. From one, It's going to send them over to our Academy sales page. And for 2, we're going to have emails that are going out. They're sending them back to this awesome content over here, which is sending them back to the Academy sales page, right? And obviously I can't draw this out, but you're going to have 30 some emails. They're just completing this loop. All right, now your 30-day strategy says, okay, well, now I got these 10 hub content articles that are awesome. I got this entire back-end email campaign set up that's awesome. Well, now what I want to do is I want to go find where these people are, right? So let's, in this first example, let's say your audience is in Facebook groups. You don't have to use Facebook groups as your traffic strategy. This is just one way to do it. All right, and I'm going to put a page here. I'm going to say this is your Facebook profile. And you're going to have your Facebook profile set up in a way so that right at the top it says the link to your website, which is going to take them over to your blog. All right, so then what you're doing is you're coming in these Facebook groups where your audience already is, where they're already spending their time, where you already know where they're at, and you're going to use that micro content that we talked about, where you're just giving some good stuff, good little value that you're doing. You're in there answering other people's questions. You're in there posting little micro content pieces that are giving tips, but you're not sending any links out. You don't want to go and spam these groups. You're just giving value. And 2 things are going to happen. 1, people are going to click on your profile to learn more about you, which is going to take them here, which is going to take them here. 2, people are going to see you and they're going to Facebook message you, right? So then they're going to start chatting to you, and you're going to go back and forth with them and say, hey, if you like this stuff, boom, go here. And now this content circle now comes in with this one. So it all starts to tie together. So this is how you feed people into your main funnel. Now, another thing that happens, or another way I should say to look at this, is you could do this on Facebook, or you can do this on a niche forum, right? So you're going to have forums out there that have all these different threads on them, all right? You click on a thread, people are asking questions. I always like to go to the beginner sections because there's always people asking questions in the beginner section. They're asking questions. You give this nice in-depth answer. At the bottom of your post, you have a little signature, maybe a banner, depending on the forum, what it allows you to do, sends people over to your blog. Okay. Now, what a lot of people are doing with this, and where I told you that a lot of people are going wrong, is they're sending people straight here, right? They're sending people straight to the squeeze page from these forums and from these Facebook groups, right? And people aren't ready for that. You just answered one of their questions, you delivered a little bit of value. They're not ready for that yet. So you send them here, and everything that you have on here is designed to get people to, 1, either join your academy, or 2, get your academy magnet, all of which sells your academy on the back end, right? And the whole time you're delivering value up front. So let me refresh this here and show you guys one more thing. All right, so let's talk about the funnel magnets a little bit and the hub content. All right, so the page I showed you before, that was your full blog page, but you're also just going to have specific blog posts. Now, on those blog posts that you have, you're still going to have the banner that leads to your academy sales page, and you're still going to have the banner that leads to your academy magnet. All right, you're going to have your headline at the top of your post there, and then you're going to have your content, right? Good stuff, good stuff. And then boom, here's a link to a funnel magnet. And that opens straight up to a PDF file. In this case, let's say it's a cheat sheet, right? So this is a PDF cheat sheet, has some good content, good content, good content, good stuff. And then at the bottom it says, hey, if you like this, join my academy. Here's the sales page. Academy sales page. All right, and then further, there's more content here, more content here, more content here. Hey, if you like this blog post, well, then get my 7-step process, right? And you're sending them to your Academy Magnet squeeze page. Where they join your email list, get on your autoresponder, and they start getting all your emails that lead them here. And back to more blog posts. And those blog posts lead to here. This Academy Magnet at the end is going to lead to here. So it all ties in together, guys. This is how you get people to go through this entire cycle, and everywhere, a step of the way, you're delivering awesome content and getting them over to your Academy sales page. So I'm going to switch this back here. So I'm going to stop sharing and go back to my presentation here. All right, so I wanted to end today's training with the tools that you're going to need, okay? And I'm not going to go super in depth with this because we're all using different tools, okay? And I'm going to not only show you the way that I set up my Academy programs, but I'm going to show you a simple way that you can do it to get it rolling, even if you're not into the tech stuff isn't for you. So obviously you're going to need a domain for your blog and your Academy program. You can have that all as the same, just do it under a brand, and then have your Academy sales page and your Academy Magnet squeeze page on a / section of your domain, right? A specific drive on your domain. Okay, you're going to need the hosting to get that all online, and you're going to need a page building tool to do this. Now, personally, I like OptimizePress and ClickFunnels. If I'm going to build a WordPress built Academy program, well, then I'm going to use OptimizePress to build that. If I want to do it, and not use WordPress, I'll probably use ClickFunnels. Now, even if you use WordPress, you can use ClickFunnels as well and create all your funnel pages in ClickFunnels, but pull them over to a WordPress hosted site if you want to do it that way. You're going to need WordPress or at least some type of blogging platform. I like WordPress because it's been around for so long. Makes it easy to pull up a nice theme and put your hub content on a nice looking blog. And really it controls your whole website as well. You're going to need some type of membership plugin. Now, I always recommend MemberSonic if you're using a WordPress-based site. MemberSonic is just so easy to use. It integrates with everything nice and easy. So, in my case, when people join my Academy programs, I have MemberSonic set up where it automates the whole process. So they go, they click, they buy, and boom, they're added to my Academy membership without me having to do anything else. So it makes it nice and easy to set that up. And guys, I've tested a lot of membership plugins, and there's some out there that they're just way too complex. They give you 200 options, right? And there's about 200 different checkboxes you got to go through just to set up a simple login interface for your Academy program, right? So I like MemberSonic just because it makes things really simple. Now, you're also going to need a cart solution. So that could be Warrior Plus, it could be JVZoo, it could be a tool like ThriveCart, SamCart, or one of the many other cart solutions out there. Currently, I use Warrior Plus and Thrivecart, and both of those interface with or integrate with MemberSonic, makes it really, really easy to set up and use. You're going to need a payment processor such as PayPal or Stripe, all right? And those will link up with your cart solution. For example, PayPal will link up with Warrior Plus, and then that way all your money is coming into PayPal right from Warrior Plus. And then if you're going to do trainings like I'm doing right now, where you got presentation slides, you're going to need something like PowerPoint or Keynote or Google Slides to create these. I personally like Keynote because I'm on a Mac, and I find it really easy to use, but you can use PowerPoint or Google Slides to get very similar results. And then if you're going to be recording your screen, all right, so you want to record your presentations as videos instead of doing them live, you could use a tool like Screencast-O-Matic, which I believe is like $15 a year. It's a program I use all the time. And there's also Camtasia if you want to get a little bit more fancy with it and do a little bit more. Or you can use a webinar software tool like I'm using right now, which is Demio. Or if you want to do strictly audio, you can use Instant Teleseminar. So that's a quick rundown of the tools that you can use to build this out if you want to do it the complex way. Now, if you want to do this quick and dirty and you're just like, hey, I'm not good at the tech stuff, I just want to get this thing out there and get it going, okay? Well, then you can use the quick and dirty way, which is essentially you set up a sales page and then you host all of your Academy content in a Facebook group, okay? Now, I don't recommend this way when you I don't like this way because when you do it in a Facebook group, right off the get-go, you're only going to have a few members coming in, all right? And we talked about this a little bit in our earlier training where, when there's only a few people in it, kind of kills the vibe of your membership, okay? But if you really struggle with the tech stuff and you want an easy solution, set up a simple sales page on your domain, whether it's HTML or optimized press or however you want to create it, and then deliver all your content as videos or text posts inside of a Facebook group. And if you want to do videos, you can even make them as simple as pulling up your smartphone and doing on-cam videos if you don't want to do fancy presentations or anything like that. So that's it for today's training, guys. That's the magnetic funnel formula. I hope you guys got a ton out of this because using that simple formula right there, you can make a whole lot of sales without doing it in a very, very salesy way. So I'll stay on here for just a few more moments here. Just if you guys got any questions, feel free to send those in. And if you don't have any questions right away and you think of something later, shoot me an email and I can cover it there. So I'll give you guys just a quick minute here. I'll put myself on mute and see if you guys have any questions. Questions coming through. So thank you for being here. I'll see you next week on the week 4 content to wrap this whole program up and get your Academy programs live. Have a good evening.